Hello everyone and welcome back to Hardcore. Today we are going to do something that we need to... why was there a bubble in my throat? We are going to do something that we need to do very badly before we go any further with the main base, which I have not worked on a whole lot. I've cleaned out a little bit more, but I am going to do another like 6 or 8 hour stream to figure that out. So go follow me on Twitch down below if you want to watch that. It's probably just be a nice little chat, a little like Q&A-esque deal, just chatting away as we do things and such. Also, I beat YouTube system. I uploaded the last video in 4K, which got rid of the weird blurring when the camera was moving, so that should be fixed now. But today, we're gonna work on this. So I started work on this little mob grinder, and by little I mean rather big. Basically, I picked my center spot, and I carved a 3x3 hole, because this is gonna be where our kill chamber goes, and then these blocks go 8 away to the edges like so. Built a diagonal, and then I built a diagonal going between them, and we have another 4 up here before I built another wall just to make sure we catch everyone. And right now I wanted to very quickly show you guys how to make the circuit for this thing. It's a very simple hopper clock idea, so it's not too difficult, but I did want to show you guys how to build one. Alrighty, so once you are smart enough to remember your comparators, you put redstone torches on blocks directly behind them. And then you put a piston on each of those blocks, like a show. That. Get rid of those. Why did my block sound so low? And we're going to do that on this side as well. And then you're going to want to take redstone blocks and go like boop, 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 and boop. And then you want to take a stack of blocks. Put it in there, and then you're gonna want to put another block. Oh, I did this in the wrong order actually, like so. And that creates your hopper clock. Very simple design. And then go like this and like that. They did actually change the way redstone works, so I think actually if we left it like that, that would actually power. Yes, it would. So you can do it like that, or you can do what I'm doing, which is making sure that this is centered. You want to make sure that it leads directly to your center, because you're going to put an observer facing into it. I'm going to put the rest of this wood back in here. You can do as much time as you want on this thing. I'm going to go with around 53 blocks-ish, but you don't have to. I actually am going to complete this, though. Oh, okay, I do have some torches. Phew. That could have ended quite poorly. That's not in the right spot. This torch needs to be there. But yes, this is simply our little working platform for our redstone clock thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to make sure you run this to the center, because you are now going to take an observer, face it down there, and then you need to take a dispenser and do the same thing, facing upward. Like so. So every time that shifts, you'll hear the dispenser go off. You want to go up, and then you're going to build out your whole platform. You can use slabs if you wish. You can use whole blocks if you want. Really, dealer's choice. Though I do believe slabs is the way we're going to go, just to save wood, because we are going to need lots and lots of wood. Also gives you a little bit of extra headspace for if they ever add, I don't know, I guess if they ever add a 2.5 block tall mob. Huh. I wonder if there is one that I'm just not thinking of at the moment. Anywho. But yes, then you're going to want to build your platforms going outward. So we're going to hop up here with just some blocks, and you're going to want to go 8 out. So source block, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you just want to fill it in diagonally, so make sure you leave a diagonal. So fill it in like that. Like that. And if you are building out of wood like I am, when we get to the top, we're going to build a big roof, and you're going to want to build it out of stone or just some sort of non-flammable material, because if lightning were to strike this thing, it would all burn down, and that would be a not so fun day. I have counted wrong. Alright, so we're going to do the rest of these. We're going to build... How many dispensers do I have? We're going to build a decent chunk of platforms. Probably... I think we're going to do like 10 or so. I think the number we're going to shoot for is 10. So we're going to build 10 of these platforms, and then I'll show you what to do next. I'm going to put that as a little time lapse, because why not? I can. So one thing I did forget to mention during all my tutorial doing this is that We needed to put a observer directly above the block where the water is going to be placed by the dispenser. So when you're building up the platforms, build up through the center, place a block on the dispenser, and then place an observer facing down, then another dispenser on top of that, and just stack them up to your desired height. I think 10 platforms is like overkill. I think we don't actually activate the bottom 2 platforms, but I'm not sure. I will have to do some more testing with that, but as far as I know, 8 would be the best number I can think of for this. If you want to avoid having to AFK high up, then build the whole farm high up. If you don't feel like building a pillar coming straight off it, you want to make it try to make it look nice, then build all the way up, or then clear all the caves around in a 128 block radius of your AFK room. But as well as that, in the end of the episode, I actually mentioned this, but I want to mention it now. Put signs on top of all your dispensers. You don't need to write anything, just put the sign on top of the dispenser. It makes it so the observers only detect that the sign is being waterlogged, and they don't detect the change in water levels when the water is dissipating. I made that mistake. I went back and fixed it after the video because it was annoying me. And if you do that, you should be able to get them all synchronized. Mine are not synchronized, and they probably won't be synchronized because it still works even if they're not synchronized. If anything, I think you might actually end up with a higher drop rate if half of them are synchronized and half of them aren't. But yeah. What else? I think this Saturday, aka tomorrow, I'm going to stream for a good 6 hours of us clearing out the hardcore base area. So if you want to see that, come stop by. Links in the description to my Twitch, so go follow me on that. Join the Discord for an announcement. Follow me on Twitter for an announcement if you don't like Discord or for some reason, or vice versa. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. The hardcore VR video did alright, so I'm going to be doing another one of those, make that into a full-fledged series. That'll be nice. I'm having fun on Mindful. They're a great community. I'm really happy with them. I do not regret leaving Unorthoblocks. Unfortunately, they're... I like all of them, but I feel like I fit in better at Mindful. Alright, we're out of time for this time lapse, so I'll see you guys later. And by later, I mean a second from now. Alrighty, so now that we have built up our 10 layers of our lovely little mob cake here, we need to... I've been lighting them up as I go as well, because I want it to be disabled now until we get the water in. We need to go up to there, because we're going to build this in such a way, I should say, that mobs will not be spawning. But here's the thing, I don't want Enderman to spawn this thing either, so I have to build 2 layers. I have to build the layer that goes out to here, and then I have to build another layer on top of that to cover out the rest of the roof. And we are going to go out quite a few blocks that way. Probably, best guess, an extra 8 or 9. I'll get you an exact number momentarily once I figure it out, but quickly I need to build this, and then let's fill in this. And I'm using stone here because, as stated previously, if we were to use wood, that's a flammable substance, so if lightning ever strikes this thing, we'd be in for a bad day. So yeah. And the reason I don't want Enderman spawning in this thing is because I don't want them picking things up and taking up mob cap as well, because the water's just going to make them teleport, so it's not going to matter anyway. So you're actually only going to need to take this 6 extra blocks out because of reasons. I don't know. That's just the number I'm kind of guessing here, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as far as a kill chamber goes, there are 2 methods. We're going to be using the second one I'm going to mention. The first method is you build this thing so high in the sky that when they drop down through that middle hole down there, they just die from the fall damage. The second way, which we're going to do it, is we're going to use magma blocks, because I find that to be a bit more effective. We could also, I reckon, use lava, but I feel like that would risk us losing some of our drops. So, we're just going to go with magma cubes. We're going to put some hopper minecarts underneath those that go into a chest system, and all will be hunky-dory because I'm not on a server and I don't have to worry about lag. Well, I do have to worry about lag, but not as much. There's probably much more efficient ways to do this, but this is the solution I've come up with. If y'all know a better way to do this, let me know down below. But for now, that will do. Now we just need to get all the water in place, and this thing should be good to go. We just need to get a bunch of water in place. I made another chest here just to clean out my inventory a bit. I'm gonna need that iron back, though. I did have to run to the nether to grab some magma blocks, but we're gonna need quite a few buckets. So let's just make a bunch. Let's make like a full stack. We only need 10 water buckets, but I also want a bunch of buckets for filling in the upper area. Excuse me. Alrighty, so I have had to rework the entire water design, which is annoying. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad at all. I'm not upset whatsoever that I had to rework all of this. Oh god, that's gonna annoy me. Let's make an infinite water source up here. Just for my own sanity and the safety of others. I shall make a water source right there. Bam. Now I can start filling this in. And everything can be hunky-dory because I went with the big old square design. Which I didn't want to do, but, you know, it works. And it makes sure we're not going to miss anyone, so... As it takes up a much greater surface area than my original intent. You can build a circular one, but it was easier to just convert it to this. And then we can put our water buckets in our dispensers, and the whole system will kick into action, and it'll be great. It'll be nice and have a happy time. And just like that, that is all set. So now we have the water streams. Finally, this actually looks a lot more impressive, to be fair, though. So let's hop down here. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Grab all these, and we are going to disable the system shortly whilst we do this, because I don't want it kicking into gear and then we have everything unsynchronized. So let's break that and water in this one. So now we can go turn the system back on. Which actually we can just drop down here. Bam. System back on. And we should see that all the items will fall off. They should all end up turned off. Oh no. What has gone wrong? Oh, I've left the hole. Whoopsie. Why is that still on? I don't know what's happening here. I mean, they're kind of unsynchronized, but I mean, it's working, so I mean, this should now be a working system, though. I do need to set up an AFK room up top, but we should have at least some items going into it that are mob related. This poor minecart keeping up. We'll see if it keeps up when I sit at the top of it. So I'm gonna fly up to the top and get the spectator account up. We actually need to build an AFK for a room for this thing. I don't know how high I need to build it. So, just to see how well this thing is working, I did see one tip, which is going to be kind of difficult. It says to put signs on top of each of the... Wow. It says to put signs on top of each of the dispensers because we get things like that where they fire multiple times and then nothing happens. So I am going to go through and attempt to do that, which is going to be rather tricky. But apparently that stops them from firing multiple times. So we shall see. But so far, this thing spawns a lot of mobs. I went 30 above and just built a little thing there just to AFK in. And so far, I mean, oh, it works. Eventually, it gets them. So I'll have to go through. Wow. That's a lot of mobs. Wow. That thing's working wonders. I'll try going through and putting the signs on, but I think for now that's pretty much set. I mean, it's not the most efficient mob farm at the moment because I have to go through, put signs on, and try to fix that whole issue, but you know, it'll work once we tinker with it just a little bit. But for now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. I actually made that symmetrical. That makes me happy that they're so lined up. But yeah, so we're going to get a ton of gunpowder. I'm going to AFK at this thing for a little bit just to get some resources going. That needs to be lit up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.